Nakore Apparel is a lifestyle brand inspired by and created for those who unabashedly seek, speak, and live in truth. Nakore is the African Adinkra symbol for truthfulness, and the clothes speak truth in all its forms with the ultimate aim of love and justice. If you're down to expand the culture, break barriers, and eradicate injustice wherever you find it, then Nakore Apparel is the brand for you. Go to NakoreApparel.com. That's N-O-K-O-R-E Apparel.com.
Nakore, apparel for truth tellers.
You are now tuned in to the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast.
All right, we up?
Yeah, we up, man.
Yo, what's going on? It feels weird. I don't even know how to intro this shit. What's up, everybody? Anybody that's tuning in right now on our Apple Pod, on our YouTube or on our Facebook. Anybody tuning in right now, we're doing something new here on DMST. This is a DMST playoff preview.
Yes, sir.
Sadly, we've been doing the DMST show for 8 years now. This is only the second time we can even talk about the playoffs in 8 years, but happy to be here and talking about it. Dev is here. What's going on?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to have some fun and talk. I'm ready to have some fun, man.
Yeah.
We talk about sports all the time. I got way too much useless sports knowledge, so
Yeah,
let's have some fun.
We probably
man.
do it too much. I ain't gonna say we do it too much on the pod. Like I said on Sunday, it's our show, so we can talk about
what the hell we want to talk about.
Yeah.
So it's it's a couple different ways we can go with it. Since we in it, people who'll be tuning in, either they listen to us regularly or new people that's tuning in. Since you can tag different stuff. Is somebody getting mauled at our studio space? Somebody is screaming outside somewhere.
I thought somebody was just like having a good time. Hold on.
I don't know what's going on out there. Oh, they just
playing.
Okay.
I was walking up like, man, I ain't gonna say it on live because somebody might try to get me on my way home. Yeah. I'm like, I was thinking about something on the way in, like, I should have brought the what's some color.
Yeah,
right
you know what I'm saying. But it's a couple different ways we can go with it. But since we are, you're probably gonna get sports fans tuning into this. I wanted to get your thoughts real quick. Yesterday was probably one of the most historic days in the history of sports.
Why? Because Stephen A. Smith?
No.
Jason will say that to Sunday.
Lord Jesus. We'll talk. Oh, my God. We can talk about that a little bit, too. But, no, the yesterday, between yesterday afternoon and this morning, it was about a 14, 15-hour span. Pete Carroll retired, coach of Seattle Seahawks. He's one of only, I think, three or four coaches to win NCAA championship and a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So he won a championship. He won multiple championships with USC. And he won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks.
What, he got two with USC, I think?
Yep. No, three. Vacated. He won three. But they vacated one. And then right after that, Nick Saban retired from
that's the one that surprised me.
From Alabama. Yeah, probably the greatest college football coach ever.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And then this morning, Bill Belichick is out in New England. I don't think I've ever seen that magnitude. Like the those are three of the heaviest hitters in coaching.
To be honest, Pete Carroll surprised me too.
Yeah, Pete Carroll surprised me.
They basically fired him. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I mean, the game is passing some of the older people along. Yeah. It's. I think a lot of them have made comments recently just talking about connecting with the younger players, and it's. I mean, we know it from having kids at home. It's just a different breed of everything with stuff. So I do think I could see older people kind of, even though Pete Carroll seems like he still is kind of in tune with a lot of people, but I could see an older coach just being like, yo, I don't really have the energy for this no more because it's just. You know how hard it is to get somebody to work for something that they swear they love and really want to do, but we got to get you to how hard you got to get somebody to do something.
Man, you see my hoodie? You know, yeah, man, yeah. We just had 2 kids today get we had coaches from St. Ignatius at our game last Saturday who ended up calling our other coach, Coach Carruthers, to inquire about 2 of our players, man.
Yeah,
one of the players they inquired about was like, you know what I mean, like. Both of them excited about it. Mm-hmm. But you can tell one, I think it lit a fire underneath him. Mm-hmm. And the other one was like, they want me to come there. Like he was the man, you know what I mean? Like deep down inside, you want both of them to like take that level of interest and like take it and run with it and bottle it up and try to become the best possible player they can be because you can see it in them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the odds of both of them doing that are not high. Mm-hmm. But I think one of them will probably take that opportunity and run with it.
And the crazy part is like that's the age. Is what are they?
8th grade. Yep.
I mean 14, that's the 15, age where it's just like you at that crossroads.
Yeah.
And it's like I haven't told Amir at home because he'll be in 8th grade next year by football season come back around. I've been telling him already like everything you do now you putting on tape for everything. Yeah. It's for high school. It's for those coaches because we're not going to be moving. So the high school and junior high coaches, they communicate regularly. Yeah. Everything you do is putting on tape for them, and everything you're doing too it's your college stuff too. How many times you watch Game Day and you see people highlights from when they was in whatever going way back and stuff like everything you do is tape now. And it's just it's crossroads and decision now. Like I said, if you got people that it's got to be tough to get them to connect now because there's a million other distractions now. Yeah. It used to be, all right, you came to practice, you ain't have shit else to do or whatever. It's like, it's a million things these kids want to do nowadays. So, even in college now, it's a million things. I mean, how many times you hear the stuff about, the social media and trying to keep them off of this and all these things. I think it's just a tough thing for people to do. So I can see older coaches not wanting to be bothered with it.
I wonder what the problem is. We're having some.
It do look a little glitchy, huh?
Some glitchy issues here. I don't know. Get a lot of drop frames in here. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know what I mean? I think it might be the output on here. That's a little. Hold on. Let me see if I can adjust this in real time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It might be the output. Let me see where yours is. You might be on Ultra HD. Yep, that's what it is. Yours is gonna adjust a little bit, get a little small, but I'm gonna fix it. There we go. Get you up in here.
That worked.
Sorry, y'all. We had to do some adjustment on this screen because it's a little glitchy.
And it's not the typical Sunday setup of how everything already usually is.
It's a little. I'm about to move you over a little bit. You know what I mean? So you in the shot. Hey, listen. This is DMST and this is live. You know what I mean? You don't get this nowhere else.
Yeah. People have been with us for 8 years. They understand it's all a little different. That works.
All right. Let's get into why we here, man.
NFL playoffs. So, starting Saturday, first game is ours, but we'll save the best for last. I think all the AFC games are. No, it's only 2 games.
Yeah,
Saturday. But I think the other AFC games won the first one on Sunday.
On Sunday, yeah. This has been a unique year. A lot of backup quarterbacks playing this year.
Yeah. From Aaron Rodgers going out on the 3rd play of the season.
Yeah.
It's been a lot.
It's the crazy part about it is people like because it really was. It was a lot of backup quarterbacks playing, but when you look at it, I'm looking it over just to make sure. Through all of that nonsense and that mess that happened this year with all the backup quarterbacks playing, it's really the Steelers with Mason Rudolph who don't really have a chance, and us. We're the only ones left with that backup quarterback situation.
Yeah.
As as something we got to necessarily deal with on oh man, what is going on? Everything is acting crazy right now, man. It's like I can't pull the thing up. What is going on? What we got going on?
Oh, tomorrow for the share screen.
Yeah, there we go. Jesus Christ, man. What's
going black screen?
Yeah, what we had going on here, man? Sorry, y'all. We got this is crazy. But anyway, it's really the Mason Rudolph is really the only other backup quarterback left. You got Mason Rudolph for the Steelers, and then us. Everybody else is in the dance, has their guy.
Mm-hmm.
Stroud was out, hurt a little bit. He's back now. We got to play him on Saturday. And everybody else got their guy. So through all the mess, once you weed through all the nonsense, the only two quarterbacks left standing with those the backup quarterbacks play like crazy is us and the Steelers. So it always ends up going chalk anyway.
And then with us, I mean, I know it's a backup, but it's a 16-year veteran with a Super Bowl MVP in his pocket. So it's a backup, but it ain't like it's your traditional.
Yeah, it's not your traditional backup.
Backup in a sense.
It's not your everyday backup. So we can start it. We can start it. Give our opinions on some stuff. We can go from the
starting the NFC.
You start the NFC. We can start with the 7-2 matchup. We got the Packers and the Cowboys. Now, this is like a blue blood
Sunday 4:30.
Yes.
That's like back in the day. I remember.
Yeah.
Remember Brett Favre going up against
Troy Aikman,
and all the boys out there. Yeah.
This is true blue NFL football right here. This is a tricky one because the Cowboys, in my opinion, obviously with Dak Prescott to me has the most to prove or lose in this playoff run. And they got the worst draw, if you ask me, because the Packers are the quarterbacks Jordan Love. They had Aaron Rodgers forever, Brett Favre forever. So you got Jordan Love, who's only in his second year starting, but this is his fourth year in the league.
Yeah, and he's been playing better.
He's been playing better. Yeah. That young team, young wide receiver core. They're one of those young old teams. They're not really young, like they seem young, but Jordan Love is a vet almost. I mean, he's 4 years into the NFL. So you're playing a young team, but you can come out here thinking you're getting fooled. Like, we're playing a young team. The Browns are playing a young team with a rookie quarterback. Jordan Love's not a rookie. And while he hasn't been around and the Packers haven't, they weren't great last year in his first year really starting, this is a tough draw for the Cowboys, man. Christian Watson, wide receiver for the they got Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, wide receiver, but then they got two running backs, young, like I said, young but veteran. It's a weird combination. Quarterback, Jordan Love, and a pretty good damn defense, man. They got a real good pass rush, and they got a lockdown corner. This is you got somebody who can take CeeDee Lamb out the game and make you have to throw to Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup. But then Rashawn Gary and them can get after the quarterback. You can look up and be down 17-6 to the Packers.
I mean, in Dallas, it's. But Dallas, on the other hand, I mean, like, for me, I can't really name like Green Bay's receivers off the top of my head. But I know like you said, they're young guys and everything. But what's the cornerback in Dallas? The guy that's leading the league.
DeRon Bland, but he can be. Remember, they had a guy a couple years. They can fool you with that. They'll get a lot of picks. It was Diggs? Diggs' little brother.
Yeah.
They'll get a lot of picks, but they jump a lot of routes, which gets you susceptible to what?
So a quarterback that ain't played a lot that's the interesting part on it.
That's the interesting part. But then when you're dealing with somebody like Jordan Love, who's young but not really young, fuck around and hit you with a pump, a slant and go, a comeback and go, and now you down 14-0.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And Christian Watson's a really, really, really good young wide receiver. He been hurt a little bit, but DeRon Bland is not Mackenzie Alexander like the Packers got another. He's not a lockdown corner. He's not Patrick Surtain. He's not Denzel Ward. He's a ball hawk. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like put him on the island, lock him down. DeRon Bland gonna take somebody out the game.
But who's gonna be the best player on the field on
Sunday?
That's
it could be Mackenzie Alexander from the Packers. It really could.
Micah Parsons.
It could be Michael Parsons.
So I just feel like
it could be Michael Parsons.
I feel like Dallas got the parts, but I mean they got the parts a lot of years.
Yeah.
You know, they just all of a sudden come up short or whatever. What I got down here? Dak is 2-4 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And from my recollection, they've been home for a lot of those games too.
Yeah.
They don't get past the divisional rounds. 2-4 in the playoffs. So
they have what I like to call the Knicks disease. Even though we lost to the Knicks, playing at home with them it's a home court advantage with the Knicks. But because you're going to play at MSG, the other team is so turned. It's not like I'm going to play in Portland and I'm at the Rose Garden. Like, if I'm the opposing team, it's like, oh, shit, I'm about to go play at the Garden, bro. I'm about to go ball. It's like I'm going to play at Jerry's World. Yeah. So while you do have a home field advantage, the other team is almost just as juiced to play at your home field because of where your home field is. So it kind of loses its edge. There's no like Miami got – we'll get into that. But just real quick, Miami got to go to Kansas City. It's going to be -7 degrees. That's a home field advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's it's not like Miami is not looking forward to playing there. So
not at all.
But I mean, Dallas obviously is a 2 seed. They got the upper – but I will get into this. Dallas is – I don't think that – the reason why I'm a little leery on Dallas is because I think they're a 2 seed because the Eagles fell apart. Not because they're a legit 2 seed.
Of course. And
that's the problem. That's the scary part about the Cowboys. But who would you pick? Cowboys, Packers, Sunday at 4:30?
Well, right now I'm leaning Dallas.
You're leaning Dallas.
I'm leaning Dallas. I mean, and slightly. I actually think it's going to be a really good game.
I think it'll be a hell of a game.
I think it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
I don't trust Dallas a ton. I mean, Dak is to me average at I ain't gonna say average at best, but he hasn't been spectacular yet. You know, he's like I said, he's 2-4 in the playoffs. Like I said, Dallas only got the division in the home game because Philly collapsed. And see Dak's numbers in the playoffs: 92.3 passer rating, 11 TDs and 5 picks. I mean, that's just like for 6 games. I mean, that's just real blind. That's a lot of turnovers for 6 games. So for me, I'm picking Dallas just because. One of these years you would think they're gonna break through. I know they've been waiting to do it since 95, 96 since they won their last Super Bowl, but I'm picking them just because it's a road game for Jordan Love, so this would be his first playoff game too. Then, right?
Who?
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's first playoff game. Then it's going on the road. So I'm a go with Dallas just for that reason alone. Right now,
and I kept saying, I knew it didn't sound right coming out of my mouth. I kept saying Mackenzie Alexander is Jair Alexander.
Okay,
but that's the corner for Jair Alexander is, in my opinion. Hold on, he rolled his ankle in practice.
That could be huge.
If Jair Alexander don't play, this and get ugly. If he does play. So he rolled his ankle. I think he'll play.
So he didn't play. Yeah, I think most.
He'll play. He'll play.
Most people, unless it's something really, really tough, like with the Browns. I honestly didn't expect Grant to play this week.
Yeah,
first week back.
But
most people gonna get out there and try because it's the playoffs.
Yeah. So I guess I'll give away. I mean, because we still got to pick games. We can talk about stuff, but I'm giving it away. People are talking about the upsets in the AFC. I honestly believe every lower seed is going to win in the NFC.
In the NFC?
Yeah, I think I trust every lower seed more than every higher seed in the NFC.
Okay.
And we'll get into why. The next one is the real reason why. This one is I don't trust the Cowboys a lot, and I believe the Packers are a very, very, very sneaky team. Like when I look around the league, you look around and see those teams. You know how we didn't see the Warriors coming and other teams like that. The Packers are a team nobody really sees coming.
Yeah.
But if Jordan Love becomes a legitimate quarterback, they have skill position players out the ass.
I mean, that's what happens when you can trade somebody and you get the draft picks.
You get all the stuff back. Yeah. I'm talking about they got Jade Reed from Michigan State. I don't know if you remember him. Number 1, played wide receiver from Michigan State. Used to eat up Ohio State all the time. They got this rookie dude Romeo Dobbs. They got Christian Watson. Like they got AJ Dillon, and they still got Green. Like they got a very, very good skill positions in Green Bay. So, but anyway, I'm looking at every lower seed in the NFC. That goes on to the next one that we got. And this is the real.
In the comments, Mike said he got what's up. Mike said he got the Packers.
He got the Packers,
yeah.
And this is the real sleeper. If you ask me, we already went over Packers Cowboys. The 6-3 is probably the 6-3 game is what we thought we was gonna have to a certain extent. It's the homecoming game for Matthew Stafford going back to Detroit.
Yeah.
And the Rams are healthy at the right time, and I do not want to fucking play the Rams right now.
They hot.
And Matthew Stafford is back to be Matthew Stafford. Kyron Williams is balling. They got Puka Nacua and
that's all well and good.
Okay.
That's all well and good.
Okay.
I'll say this right now.
And Cooper Kupp.
I know we got to
and
talk about
Tyler
it a little bit
Higbee.
more. I just don't think that Detroit crowd is going to let that Detroit team lose this game.
Okay, I feel what you're saying. This is my only pushback to it. If they were playing the Cowboys or the Eagles, you're playing a team who still has like 20 players that won a Super Bowl with that team.
Mm-hmm.
They still, like, through all that, the crowd can't block Aaron Donald.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the crowd can't block Aaron Donald, and the crowd can't cover Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. I just think to me, that's the scariest team in the NFL.
Okay.
Because the NFC is under attack, it's under siege. I trust nobody in the NFC. And if I was in the NFC, I would not want to play the Los Angeles Rams at any point in time,
like I said,
on any field.
I give them the fact that they did get hot. That's a good thing. For Detroit, first time in the playoffs since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, first time hosting the game since '94. That's the last time we hosted a playoff game. It's in '94.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't won a playoff game since '91. It's one of those things where I can see this for them being like it was for us in 2020.
Yeah, they get out crazy.
First time for a while, and we just you just get the momentum rolling. And like I said, and they at home. But like you said, all them things you just named, all those reasons for LA. I mean, it's just it's a good thing.
And it's the Stafford homecoming.
Quarterback was Super Bowl experience.
So for the people who watch and who may not know, back in 18? 19, the Rams went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. They lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Rams believe that Jared Goff's not good enough to lead them to win a Super Bowl, so they trade him and 2 first-round picks to the Detroit Lions for Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford comes in, takes the Rams to the Super Bowl against the Cincinnati Bengals, wins the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. So you don't even think that's playing on Jared Goff too?
That's playing on Jared Goff.
That's more fuel.
There's more fuel. You also, but Matt Stafford is coming back into my old stomping grounds with a ring with my team. I don't know, man. It's a tough one, man.
I'm just going with Detroit because I really don't feel like that, and I saw an interesting stat too. It's just if it's a tight game, the Rams special teams.
Okay.
They're terrible with special teams. They have 16 missed field goals and extra points on the year. That's a lot. Now I know you kicking indoors.
No, that's a lot.
But they kick basically indoors at SoFi out there in LA.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So you get a tight game.
That's a lot.
I don't know. That's a lot for us one season.
16 missed field goals, extra points is crazy.
For one season, that is a ton.
Yeah.
So a close game, every point matters in the playoffs.
So this is perfect. The Browns got to win because we got to come back next week so we can. So right now, me and Brainstorm are diabolically opposed to both games so far. Now I got a rooting interest in these games this weekend.
We are. Yeah, I got Detroit.
So you got Detroit.
Yeah.
I would love nothing more than a Detroit Lions Cleveland Browns Super Bowl. I would love nothing more than that. Yeah, I think it'll be the greatest thing ever. I just I'm terrified of the Rams. I'm terrified. If the
Detroit got a good running game.
They have a good run.
They got a good receiver. What is it? St. Brown.
You know who the Rams are? They haven't won. They know. Yeah, Amara St. Brown. Jamison Williams. They went to Ohio State and Alabama. The problem is Sam Laporta got hurt in the last game of the season. He was the second best tight end in the NFL.
So that takes away the ability to like hurt teams across the middle of the field.
Okay.
So we'll see. The thing about the Rams, I wouldn't. They've gone to 2 Super Bowls, and in the NFL, unless you're the Patriots, you don't really get to go on these runs like in the NBA. But they kind of remind me of Golden State, and like you don't want Cooper Kupp and Matt Stafford running drag routes and quick slants and bubble screens all over the field because they just gonna eat your ass up.
So you think they got one more run in them?
They may, but I'm not gonna ever have Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford, and them on the field and be like, because at any point in time, that's one of those teams that can hit you with a 17-0 run in a game, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, boom, 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 and you're like, God damn, it's just a scary team. It's just a scary team, and they still got like. You still got Aaron Donald and them on the other side of the ball. It's just a scary team to play, man. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you still got Aaron Donald, but you don't hear Aaron Donald's name as much as you used to.
You don't. But you only got it. He Clay.
He wrecked that Super Bowl.
He's
a couple
Clay.
Years ago.
He don't got to do it all the time. He's got one game, game 3. He gonna give you 2 sacks and a forced fumble. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely see. I believe the winner of this matchup, in my opinion, has the best chance to reach the Super Bowl. I don't really trust too many other teams. So I got the Rams. You got the Lions.
I feel like they rolling. I feel like Detroit just feel unappreciated.
I feel like they coach a year away because he still do dumb shit out of spite
like
too.
Even in that Dallas game, I mean, they got robbed with they missed the thing, but they outthought themselves and did the stupid shit, confused the ref, and I mean, they basically beat Dallas a couple weeks back.
So we'll see how it goes. So we on opposite sides of that one, and this is the weirdest game of the entire wild card weekend, if you ask me.
Oh, Tampa.
Philly at Tampa.
It's definitely the one I care the least about.
No, but you know what's crazy? I think outside of the Browns game, it's so crazy how me and Brainstorm connect so much because I feel like on certain shit we be on opposite ends of the spectrum, but for kind of the same reasons. I don't know. I'm so intrigued by this game because I need to figure out, did the Eagles fall apart? And I have to watch the Bake Show in the first round of the playoffs and see what he got.
I wish he was healthy because he got the rib injury.
Man, Baker, stop. Everybody hurting Baker.
I wish he was healthy. But, I mean, like I say about Baker all the time, he might be hurt, but he leads the league in moxie. You know what I'm saying? He leads the league. He's gonna fire everybody up. He's gonna dance before the game and everything. You know, so I give him that one. I'm interested to see how he plays because I know he always has a chip on his shoulder. And I'm with you. Philly has absolutely collapsed. They've lost 5 of their last 6, I think it was.
Yeah.
Offense looks shaky.
Started 10-1.
Yeah.
Started 10-1. And 5 of the last. I mean, are you talking about a loss to the Giants? You talking about a loss to the Cardinals? You talking about some terrible losses, man. Like horrendous losses.
Yeah. And I feel like in watching them, I feel like Jalen Hurts is playing a little hurt. I mean, it seems like he gets beat up a lot, even though they got a great offensive line.
You know what's crazy? I don't got no sympathy for hurt people no more. We starting Joe Flacco and Jerome Ford.
Yeah, no,
I get it. The fuck up.
No, I
man.
get it. Yeah. I mean, they have a great offensive line and everything. They got good receivers with Devontae Smith and everything. I just don't see a team that's lost 5 of their last 6. The way the NFL is, like, it's different if it's the NBA and it's going to the playoffs and you're going into a series and you start to sit your guys and all that stuff, and that's different.
They was down 24-0 in a must-have game to the damn
been playing
Giants.
Shitty all the way around for the last month and a half.
Yeah.
I just don't see all of a sudden you hit a button and all of a sudden it's like you're good, and they're on the road in Tampa.
Yeah.
Should they beat Tampa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could they beat Tampa? Yeah. Will they beat Tampa? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm really, really torn on this one. I think I'm picking Philly.
Yeah, I cannot. With all due respect to Baker, Raymond Mayfield. Is that Baker Leotis Mayfield.
Baker, what is it? Cheesecake Factory Mayfield.
I can't pick Bake Show, man. I'm going with in this one. Damn, I was about to say I'm going with Philly, man, but
Baker played good in the playoffs a couple years ago when he played here in Cleveland. And
did he?
Look, they got the big lead.
Yeah, he played okay.
He played pretty decent in KC. Now, the problem was you had the ball in hand with a chance to
win the game, man.
And he couldn't do anything. So it's redemption time for him. But it wasn't like, I don't think they lost technically because of him.
Yeah, but you got to. I don't think they lost because of him, but we have seen in a very short amount of time this year, even when the massage guy was playing his last game against the Ravens, and especially with Joe Flacco down the stretch.
P-word, in a sense. Well, perfect. I don't think Facebook mad at that word.
Yeah, no. Especially down the stretch. You don't lose the games because of your quarterback, but you damn sure win games because of them. And very rarely did we win games because of Baker. And at some point, Bake, you got to be the reason your team wins.
Yeah.
At some point.
You got to make a play.
Yeah, they was talking about it yesterday. I was watching, I can't remember what I was watching. First things first, maybe. They was talking about how, we was getting to it in a minute, but for Josh Allen, this is a big playoff run because he was 15 seconds away from from hosting the AFC Championship game.
I mean, yeah.
Your quarterback and the Chiefs won that game because of 15. And Baker, at some point,
he drove them down that field, and you thought that game was over. You thought that game was over.
You thought that
Everybody
game was a wrap.
thought that game was over.
So,
but Josh Allen ain't made a play since then.
If the Eagles, as you're right, conventional wisdom is telling me the Eagles can't just flip the switch. Mm-hmm. But I think the Eagles will beat the Buccaneers. This is what I'm saying about this situation, right? I think the Eagles beat the Bucks, Rams beat Lions, Packers beat Cowboys, right? So then you got Niners. So let me pull this up. So then you would have Niners, Packers, and then you would have Rams, Eagles. I think the Rams beat the Eagles. Then the Niners beat the Packers. Now you have Rams, 49ers. A lot of people would pick 49ers, whatever. I'm just, at that point, it's a toss-up because you're talking about a team with championship medal versus Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy just got to show me. And if he shows me, then I'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he got to show him.
But that's the Rams. The only way this works is if, in my brain, is if the Cowboys beat the Packers beat the Cowboys, then I think the Rams are a dangerous team. But anyway, so yeah, I'm picking the Eagles.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Eagles too with that. Okay. Just to be honest, I'm with you. It's tough for me to pick Baker. I'm one of the people that had no ill will towards Baker when he left here. I mean, I thought that he played that last.
Will. What did I say? Fuck that nigga. I got so much ill will, just like Nas. I can't stand the nigga.
I think he played hurt that last year. He shouldn't have, and but ultimately, I still didn't think he was the guy that makes plays that gets you to the Super Bowl.
That was the problem. I think the problem was I don't think I hated Baker. But a number one
you
pick.
used to cuss him out up here.
No. I hated his play because a number one pick means something.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't. And we think about it, man. We didn't do that. Really think about Cleveland's number one pick history. Like really go back and think about overall with all sports. The only other time we did that was Anthony Bennett, but we were lucky enough to turn him and Andrew Wiggins into Kevin Love. Mm-hmm. So we never really missed. It was either Brad Daugherty or LeBron or Kyrie or Myles Garrett. We never really just swung and missed like that. You could say Tim Couch, but that was an expansion team. That was a roll of the dice.
Brown.
Huh?
I was going to say Courtney Brown.
Fuck, I forgot about Courtney Brown.
The quiet storm.
Nigga was quiet as hell on the defensive line too.
My uncle called him the quiet drizzle.
Nigga was a quiet player. But yeah, it was just he never lived up to the billing, and it was frustrating, especially watching Lamar and Josh Allen and all them. It was tough. It was tough to watch.
Yeah.
I
will say real quick that I agree with Titan. Even going back to that KC game with Baker here, that touchback call really killed him. Yeah. In that first, I think that was late in the first half, and they were going in, and they missed the helmet to helmet call.
It did because it would have put the game. The game would have been 16-10. It was 16-3 at that point. That would have changed the outlook of it. Yeah, it would have. Yeah. But
they had a chance. God, even Patty went out. I mean,
yeah. Oh
God, yeah. We were this close to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, man.
And like you said, ball in hand.
Yep.
Ball in hand. And did they even pick up a first down?
Nope.
With the ball in hand?
Nope.
We used to sit there, going back to Baker for a second. How many times would we sit there watching games and they would get the ball in hand, and that will
a minute 47,
and our text chain, we'd be like, "Do you got any faith he gonna go down?"
Hell no.
We all be like, "Me, you and play," but nope, none at all.
And like I said, even the massage guy this year, when he got it, boom, 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 field goal, game over. PJ Walker did it. A lot of people did it.
Whatchamacallit did it.
DTR did
it against Pittsburgh.
It's just, it was those moments, because I understand all those other moments, because it happens with Josh Allen. Josh Allen's not perfect. He turns the ball over too much. But when the rubber needs to meet the road, Josh Allen will step up and make a play. And that was what I never got from Baker. He used to frustrate the fuck out of me. I get it. Games are tough. You a little dude. You got moxie. You a tough guy. Your pinky toe hurt. I get it. But, nigga, we need 4 throws right now.
He just remind me of the dude that played in, what's the football movie? The high school football movie when they went to the strip club and they got their ass with the next day.
Friday Night Lights?
No, not that one. The other one, the white one.
I can't remember.
They went to the strip club and their teacher was one of the strippers there.
Oh, shit. I don't remember that. Hold on. What's this?
Oh, God. I know somebody in the feed going to get it. Jesus Christ. The coach used to win all the time and they wound
Remember the Titans?
No. And they wound up pushing the coach out, and then they wound up just kind of coming back in that last game on their own without playing without a coach. Because I think the guy's name was Motsy, the quarterback on there. Oh, God. I know. So I'm pretty sure somebody in the feed a second to tell us. But as soon as they said, I know you've seen this movie.
Maybe. I don't.
Let me see if I can. Stop acting like I don't have a computer sitting
Let me see. What we talking about? Is it a football movie?
Yeah.
Is it a high school football movie?
Yeah.
Let's see. Movies. We got Friday Night Varsity Blues.
Yep.
Yeah, I seen it. All right, let's get to the AFC. Let's start with the 7 seed versus the 2 seed. Any way humanly possible, you pick the Steelers.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be dead ass honest.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be dead ass honest. I got a weird feeling Pittsburgh's gonna win this game. Weird. I don't. I have no idea how.
That's the weirdest feeling you've ever had in your life.
It's gonna
the Bills are playing. You want to talk about the team that's playing well? Yeah. Won 5 straight down the stretch. Yeah. I don't think there's any way on
shitty weather.
This might be 19.
Shitty weather, cold, like it just.
Brace, we might put money on this.
Pittsburgh drag you into the mud, like they say all the time. They drag you into the mud, and all
they
want.
We got to put money on it,
and all they want to do is just make it an ugly, shitty, nasty game.
I don't think they can do it.
And the weather helps them. And I'm just telling you right now, we could come here Nets. We can pull up for the game for the show on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And now, what time is their game? Their game is at 1 o'clock. So we can pull up for the show on Sunday.
We probably gonna do one because you know next week is we'll talk about it.
Well, I'm just saying so this game. So we can pull up on here on Sunday, and Pittsburgh can beat and already won that game.
I don't. Let me tell you something. I believe
I'm not picking them.
But listen, let me tell you something. I think this is going to be 49ers Chargers Super Bowl bad. I think this is going to be 52-6. This is going to be a ass thumping. The Bills are playing.
Oh, they playing great.
Excellent football. The Steelers are. This is the definition of you lucky motherfuckers. They got to play Tyler Huntley and them down the stretch. Mm-hmm. They won. They won the game. Mm-hmm. They won the game.
Oh, they got in. I mean,
they won the game. They fucking moonwalked their way into the playoffs against the Ravens' third string players.
But all you gotta do
good job.
Excuse me. All you gotta do is get in though.
But they're going to get in again. I believe they're going to get their ass destroyed with 0 Vaseline.
I'm not picking them. I'm not picking
I believe the Bills are going to win the National Football League Super Bowl. So it's no way humanly possible. And I could be 100% wrong. Because if the Bills lose, listen, let me tell you something. The Bills lose, the Browns are going to be hosting a playoff game. More than likely. I mean, that would be the Chiefs have to lose.
Yeah, by what you think.
The Chiefs have to lose.
But yeah, I mean, if
if
Pittsburgh wins, I mean, they'll be in Baltimore next week, and the Browns, for the second weekend, and then Cleveland will be, if they win, obviously would be
in Kansas City or Miami would be here. No, Miami would have to come here if they win.
Yeah, if Miami would come here, but that ain't happening.
The Chiefs are not playing. We about to get into this. Yeah. Let's keep going. Okay. But so you picking Pittsburgh?
Baltimore won 5 in a row. No, I'm not.
No, you picking?
I'm not picking. I said I'm not. I won't be surprised.
So we put this on. We stamped this today. Brainstorming.
No, you got Pittsburgh without T.J. Watt. No T.J.
Yeah,
Watt
no T.J. Watt. There's no way humanly possible.
They win. They've won shitty games.
Yeah, but they need they with all due they can't. Listen, this is going
weather. cold and windy, 24 at kickoff, 50-mile-per-hour gust. You may not be able to throw the ball all around the field.
Guess who
all
can
day
throw it
long.
around the field in 50 miles per hour?
Josh Allen. I guess.
I don't think this one's going. I don't know if they're going to score a touchdown. I don't think the Steelers can score a touchdown against the Bills this week, and I'm not even being funny. I think this is going to be a horrible football game, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I
mean, Mason Rudolph is ass.
This is like Mason Rudolph is terrible. This is like, you remember the Pistons used to get in the playoffs against the Cavs, and it'd be like Andre Drummond and them trying to play the Cavs with Kyrie and LeBron. I was like, this is a sweep. Like, why am I watching these games? Why am I watching these first round games? But okay, maybe they can beat them. Maybe
I also feel like Buffalo's been in playoff mode
for like weeks,
for forever, and at some point, it's got to be taxing on you too.
Maybe in about 4 weeks. I don't think nobody else in the AFC outside of us can beat them. I'm just being, but we'll talk. But we'll see. I mean, you said. I mean, we'll see.
So I'm picking Buffalo to win this game.
Picking Buffalo, but it could. But you'd not be surprised. I would be flabbergasted if the Steelers.
Well, I mean, let's put it like this. I would be surprised because Buffalo should be an overwhelming favorite, and they are. But I'm just saying, if it happened,
I think they're a 10-point favorite.
I can sit here right now and be like, all right, I can see y'all have. Pittsburgh just has a way of just doing.
Hold on, let's see. Let's look up something real quick.
I should pull it up on FanDuel and see what the odds are.
Yeah. Let's see. Playoff point spreads. I'm trying to see what's some of the biggest.
Oh, like biggest ever?
Biggest point spreads, because this is a big one.
10.5 is a lot.
10.5 is a
NFL
lot.
Game. For an NFL game, that's huge.
This is it.
That's what they say, the largest ever? One of the largest?
Sitting at 9.5. Yeah, I mean this is a tough one. A 10-point spread in the playoffs is crazy.
Yeah, on FanDuel right now they got it at 10 even.
Yeah, 10. Listen, a 10-point spread in the playoffs is disrespectful.
I mean, considering it's the playoffs, yeah.
Considering it's the playoffs is crazy.
And the NFL, I think a 10-point spread.
Any week is crazy. I would be surprised.
I mean, that's because I think they say a lot of times, most of the time the home team gets about 3. Mostly if you're looking at spreads.
So they're saying that at the very least they're gonna beat them by a touchdown.
They
at the very least
a touchdown better. Yep.
Yeah, and that's with no other variables. That's with no picks. That's with no fumbles. That's with no kick returns. No picks. Nothing. That's just off the bus. They feel like they 10 points better.
Yeah.
I don't think this game gets within 20 after halftime. That's my prediction. But we'll see. We'll see.
Either way, I'm still picking Buffalo.
Okay. Chiefs Dolphins. This is a weird one because we got record temperatures for this game.
I pulled it up. They said
you got it.
Kickoff 5 degrees.
What's the real feel?
With a wind chill of -30.
Woo! It's gonna be one of the coldest games in NFL history. And you got them boys from welcome to Miami. I want them to win. Come on to Cleveland next week because we got the same shit on tap for you next week, baby.
Look, I would love it.
We got the same shit on tap for you next week. I
definitely would love it, but
because I think that weather negates both teams' strengths.
Yeah.
And honestly, in this is why I'm picking the Dolphins to win this game. If this is relegated to you have to run the ball and throw the ball short, it is actually Tua Tagovailoa's strength, and they have more runners.
Okay.
So you talking about Devon A-Chain? I think Raheem Mostert might be hurt.
Yeah, I didn't see if he was coming back or not. But I know A-Chain is still playing.
I think, but A-Chain is there, and is there no Waddle, but it don't even really matter.
Yes, Waddle is he is definitely out or
no? Him and Waddle and Raheem Mostert both
questionable.
Both, but they both practice.
So they'll probably give it a go.
Probably give it a go.
They'll give it a go. But that ankle.
What about Jeff Wilson?
That ankle from Waddle is going to feel terrible in 5-degree weather.
Yeah. Oh, horrendous, dog. And they also got Jeff. Yeah, I think if you end up having to run the rock with Jeff Wilson and Devon A-Chain, I feel better with them running the football than I do with Isaiah Pacheco and Jerick McKinnon, if that's what this game is relegated to.
I see in the feed, Justin said the Chiefs receivers are trash. I mean,
trash.
That's their problem. Drops all year long.
And it's negative 30 the motherfucking hands is going to be
rots. But sorry, so
that's why I'm even though it's Miami going to Kansas City, if this turns into a running game, I might have to go with Miami, man.
Miami has lost 10 straight games in temperatures that are below 40 degrees. And
God damn, 40?
40 degrees. They've lost 10. You can't even
put a jacket on at that game. They say, fuck it.
By an average of 17 points.
Damn.
Tua is 0-4 in games that's played in degrees that's less in 45 or less. He's 0-4. He completes only 55% of his passes if it's that cold. 5 turnovers and only 4 TDs. That's your starting quarterback if it's less than 45. It's going to be 5.
Nigga will be negative 30.
But the fans will say
yeah.
That's that.
Damn.
Kansas City, they are 9-1 in their last 10 games with a temperature less than 40 degrees and 4-0 in the playoffs. I'm going with Kansas City.
You going with Kansas City?
I'm going with Kansas. And I don't think they're great this year. I think Kansas City finally is at the point that you can beat them.
They are not.
But in this weather, they don't want it. It's too many people in Miami that don't want to be there right now. But didn't Miami go into somewhere cold last year and win?
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to think.
Let me see. Playoffs. Let's see. 2022 NFL playoff bracket. Let's see what happened last year. I can't remember. No, this is 2 years ago. 2022, 2023. Let's see what I can find. No, they didn't. They did. They made the wild card last year. No, they lost to Buffalo.
Okay.
But they played. I mean, it was 34-31. It wasn't like
that's what it is. So they played good.
Yeah, they didn't get their ass.
That's what made me think about it. I thought they went into a cold environment and actually played pretty good last year. Okay, that's what made me think about it.
So
Waddle, Avante asked if Waddle right now is questionable, but we think we probably gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean,
probably gonna give it a shot.
But
I'm just saying with those numbers,
Berrios, they still got Cedric Wilson. But I think this is going to end up being a Devon Achane, Jeff Wilson game, though. That's the thing.
You know what I can see Miami winning, honestly, though? I just think Kansas City, it's been something off about them.
Something off, man.
The AFC has just been – the AFC is that year that anybody can do it.
You know how the Kings – didn't the Kings beat the Warriors?
Come on, last year in the playoffs?
Yeah. Didn't the Kings beat the Warriors?
I want to say – God, remember they had a very great series.
Yeah. Hey, Chad, did the Kings beat the Warriors?
But what I'm saying is that the Kansas City has been off all year.
That's what it remind me of Golden State.
Where it's just, I just feel like the winning, it's hard to sustain winning. And you can get bored at some point. And it's just too much going on. It's too many players lost. The receivers ain't that good. You got Travis Kelce flying to Argentina, wherever the hell he went. It's just too tough every now and then to just like every year and keep going. Mahomes has never played a road playoff game, never once. I know he's not about to do it now.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is a year it could happen. Do it happen the first game here against Miami? I don't know, but I'm picking Kansas City just because of the cold. Okay. But this is another one that if Miami wins, I'm looking at it like I'm not going to be surprised.
All right, so
are they really going to come over those injuries? I mean, it's with Waddle not being 100%, and are you throwing in those wind gusts? Tua.
So we're aligned on Buffalo, the Eagles, and that's it. But you got the Cowboys, I got the Packers. You got the Lions, I got the Rams. You got the Chiefs, I got the Dolphins.
Yep.
All right. That leaves one more.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Put my shit on.
Yeah.
Put my shit on real quick.
That leaves one more game.
I'm you know what? As we talk about this, let's have some fun with this. I'm trying to not. What they say,
I'm not.
fan scared. I'm not trying. But see, I don't want to be overconfident because it's the playoffs and anything happens. And I'm also that Cleveland guy that knows that we've lost games and stuff like that. But top to bottom, the Browns are a better team.
Yeah. There's not a. Put it this way. There's not a unit. I will say this again. There's not a unit on the Texans I would rather have right now.
I thought about that last night.
Over the Browns. I'm not talking about in the future.
No, I mean, I thought about that last night the way you were. You always talk about, we look at the same way we used to do it even with the playoffs with the Cavs. You look at a series, you're like, who would you take a point guard? Kyrie or this guy or that guy? And I started thinking about the receivers. And I mean, right now they got receivers that are hurt. So
yeah,
they got the
but
one that
still,
got
I would take a Amari Cooper over anybody out. I mean, I would take a Amari Cooper over anybody on their roster, their wide receiver.
I don't think it's going to be as much of a home field advantage for Houston down there because from what I'm hearing, there's a ton of Cleveland already down there.
Yeah, half of Cleveland live in Houston.
Yeah, all these southern cities. So that doesn't worry me. So let's just ask, what worries you the most about the game?
I am oddly not
Jesus
nervous.
Christ, man.
What?
You don't know nothing make you nervous about the game?
I'm oddly not nervous about this game. The only thing that I keep trying to get nervous about CJ Stroud.
That's my thing right now.
But the problem,
he is fearless.
This is what I do. This is what I do. If CJ Stroud played for us and we had to go up against Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, and Martin Emerson, what would I be thinking? You know what I mean? Like, how confident would I be with my chest out? I wouldn't. He's still going to have to get the ball out in about 2.2 seconds. I don't give a fuck how much moxie, confidence, arm talent. These niggas are going – the Houston Texans, if they beat us, I will tip my cap. I will bend my fucking Deion Sanders prime glasses that I got at home that I just got in the mail. I will tip them to them, and I will walk off the field and say, thank you, you beat us, and I accept the loss. They're going to have to beat us, though. He's going to have to out-duel our pass rush and coverage team, and if he does it, he will have earned every fucking accolade he gets. But that is going to be a tall task for every single goddamn quarterback and offense that we play. It is, you want to talk about harkening back to the Cavs, when I look at the Browns defense, I'm not putting them all world, blah, 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 all that kind of nonsense from all time. For this year, in this time, in this era, it is about what you could ask for in the NFL. Some elite coverage corners, a couple thumpers at strong safety, a couple rangy guys at free safety who can cover from sideline to sideline and pick some shit off, some man-to-man corners, and some motherfucking dogs that rush and get after the quarterback. And if you don't get the ball out in under 3 seconds, you will be sacked. This is not a question. See, this is the thing. This is not a question. I keep comparing stuff back and forth to basketball. If you leave Golden State open enough, they will make threes. I don't care I don't know what you think you're doing, but if you continue to leave Steph open, eventually he's going to start making the motherfuckers. So you better guard him in the first quarter, because if you slip up in the third quarter, he's going to make 5 in a row on your ass. And you better block Miles all 4 quarters, or you're going to fuck around, strip sack, and we're going to have the ball at the 14-yard line, and everything you did up until that point is going to be null and void. So they keep you on your toes. They strike that same level of fear as those teams that can make threes and go on runs, because you got to be on your toes. You got to be disciplined. CJ Stroud, if he wins this game, I'll give him all the credit in the world, because he's going to be disciplined as fuck for 4 quarters, never deviate from the game plan, never hold the ball too long, never force it into coverage,
It's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. He's not going to ever have more than 3 seconds to throw the ball. And the moment he be like, no, fuck that, I'm going to get this one off, he going to fuck up. So you better keep.
Yeah, I mean, I think about that play to start the game on Saturday night. The first play of the game, the deep pass for the touchdown. I mean, he had time.
Yeah.
And I agree with you that he's going to have a lot less time.
A lot less time.
If our line gives us that Well, I know whatchamacallit's line sucks. The Jets line sucks.
It doesn't.
But
you mean offensive line?
I'm like, because I was about to say if they can give us that kind of performance that they did, but the Jets line sucks ass. But I mean I agree with what you're saying. But look, the Browns are one of them teams that I remember you came over, you watched the Notre Dame game, the Ohio State Notre Dame game, and you kept saying, "Yeah, I don't know why they're just not gonna man up." Make them beat you because you didn't think that they had the fucking talent, which they didn't. They didn't have the fucking talent to just beat you one-on-one. And then it's like you got to do it one-on-one, and that's what the Browns do. They man up because they know Miles is gonna get home, and they know Za'Darius is gonna get home, and they man up all the time. And so it's like you said, if they can if they can do what they've been doing all year, which is getting to the quarterback, rushing them, I like my chances.
And they play man coverage. We play man off coverage. We play man off, and then we'll play man bump given the situation. Given, and if they ever play man bump, they have a little bit of a shade over top or some underneath. They'll bump and release, and then shoot a linebacker underneath, and let the corner play over top. The Browns play immaculate man-to-man coverage. They don't give up a lot of. You're gonna have to. The thing that scares me this game is C.J. Stroud saying "fuck it." And we get hit with 3 or 4 42-yard pass interference calls,
which I think he'll take the chance.
That's the thing that scares me.
You got to because at some point
he's gonna have to do it.
You got to get the call. Yeah,
he's either gonna get the pass interference, or we're gonna get a couple deep ball picks. There is no in between. So then I wish I was nervous, and I'm not, which is scary. And I don't know why I'm not scared.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm scared.
Or I'm not nervous for this game. Yeah. I'm like,
I got that nervous energy.
Can I tell you why? Because I don't believe. My heart wanted me to believe that Deshaun Watson was playing well, and he wasn't. He had a good second half against Baltimore.
He had a good game. He had a good Tennessee.
Good game against Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee. He had a good second half again against the Cardinals. That was about the extent. Did he just play okay?
He played okay. Like he wasn't playing
terrible. He played okay.
He was just playing okay.
The fact of the matter is, yes, we don't know how much longer it can be sustained. It's 100% right. But the absolute 100% facts are Joe Flacco is playing better football than any quarterback that was under center, and it's not hyperbole.
Other than that second half in Baltimore. Other than that one.
I believe the first half against the Jets was equal to, it wasn't perfect, but what he was doing was masterful, just like the second half against. He just completed more dink and dunks, Deshaun, in my opinion, than Joe did. But Joe was gashing niggas in the first half against the Jets.
Oh yeah,
and the Jets were the second best pass defense to us.
They got a defense, yeah.
And he carved them niggas to death.
Yeah,
it's not hyperbole. I think it's beyond fad. I think in Cleveland we haven't seen it a lot, so we're still in this fantasy world of like, oh, this is so funny. No, it's not really funny. This is somebody who, like, this. I know we always do these fucking analogies. This is you broke up with somebody, you broke up with your girl or whatever, and you just stumbled across somebody in a at a coffee shop. You just meet her. And you like, oh, I met this chick, and she ended up being like a divorce doctor.
Yeah, I don't know where this one's going.
No, I'm saying like with a nice house somewhere and got her life in order, and you just stumbled up on her. And in your brain, you like, man, I just stumbled up on somebody. But the fact of the matter is, no, this person you just met has been building their entire life to have a good life, and you just happen to meet him. This isn't luck. This is a motherfucker who, in a playoff run on the road, went 4-0 with 11 touchdowns, no picks, and was a Super Bowl MVP. This is not who the fuck started for us? This ain't PJ Walker.
You talking about this year? Okay. Yeah,
this ain't PJ Walker. This is Joe Flacco has done this before.
Yeah, he's done it.
So for us, it's like this fantasy story because we used to fucking Colt McCoy and all these bums and Cody Kessler. And while Joe Flacco is old, this ain't new to Joe.
Nah, I mean, I got confidence in that.
This ain't like Joe just sitting in the coffee shop drinking. Look, like, this is what I do. This is a Tuesday afternoon for me. I've done this before. We've never seen it before, so we're waiting for the magic carpet ride to end. But Joe was like, no, like we about to make a playoff run, right? This is what you do when it's time to go on a playoff run. Yeah. And I'm not like, if it all ends tomorrow, it ends. I mean, if all ends Saturday, it ends Saturday. But I don't think I watched Joe Flacco hoist up a Lombardi and an MVP trophy before. Mm-hmm. This is not, you know what I'm saying? This is not far-fetched. Yeah. I've seen it.
I mean, I would say this about Joe, and I agree with Avante and Afi, and we know this. We talked about it even on the regular podcast, where it's just the turnovers. But we also have said too, we're going to live with it. We talk about it in our group chat. We're going to live with it. That's what Joe's going to do. He's going to take chances. Like I have already in my mind, I figure at least one turnover for the Browns on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Somewhere. I mean, because they lead the league in turnovers, but they also lead the league in, I think, in takeaways.
The second in takeaways.
Second. Okay, but they lead the league in turnovers. So the Browns are probably going to turn the ball over on Saturday. It's just where and how. Joe can't have the bad pick. I don't. Yeah. Joe may turn it over, but not. You can't have the bad. You can't have the fucking Kyle McCord pick in the first drive of the game on your half of the field that you give up against Michigan. You can't have that pick.
But hold on, Joe turns the ball over. Joe got people talking about like it was a stat people been saying all week. It's been annoying. I've been waiting to talk about this here. Like Joe got 8 picks in
Murph,
5 games.
What up, Murph?
He got 8 picks in 5 games, right? Mm-hmm. And C.J. Stroud got 5 picks in 14 games. Mm-hmm. C.J. Stroud also only has 23 touchdowns in 14 games. This nigga got 13 in 5. Mm. If you extrapolate that out over time, that's 39 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Over the same time frame as C.J. Stroud. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he would have a considerable more picks, but he would have a considerable more amount of touchdowns.
He would have had.
He throws picks, and he also throws a lot of. Joe throws a lot of field changing throws. Mm. So the first throw of the game against the Texans, 56 yards on a skinny post. He'll also throw a 56-yard skinny post in the third quarter that could have been a punt that gets picked. Yeah, he'll throw.
That's the type of pick it needs to be if it's gonna happen.
But those are the majority. He got 5 picks. I mean, he got 8 picks. 3 of the picks are the tip on the screen that they took back for a touchdown, and 2 Hail Marys basically. He got 5 picks. Okay, 5 picks and 13 touchdowns in 5 games is crazy. It's a crazy stat, man.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue it or anything like that. It's just that all I'm saying is the bad pick. Mm-hmm. That's the one they gotta avoid. The bad one. You know?
But I don't think Joe throws a lot of. Joe doesn't throw horrible. Like he should have grounded that screen. That was a hell of a play by Jalen Johnson the other day.
It was a hell of a play. But
it's a hell of a play.
Yeah, but he should have grounded it. Yeah,
he should have grounded it. But that was a hell of a play.
He was late. What was it? The Jets game. He was late. No, not the Jets game. The one right before that one. What
was on the deep ball, the Marquise Goodwin
in the end zone. No, the one in Joku, I think, in the end zone. I think that had to be like third quarter. The one they came back late to win.
Oh, yeah.
He was late on that read, like just getting over there for that.
But Bears. Yes. The Bears one,
oh,
my God.
He was late on that one. The one
he was late on that one. Yeah. So it was little stuff. So, I mean, it's not like, and you're right.
And it's the NFL. We got to understand, too, people are going to make plays.
And listen, this nigga, he is You cannot tell Joe Flacco not to make those, because for every throw like that, he gonna throw that pass that he threw to Amari Cooper where it was 3 people conversion on the ball. Throw. He's going to take chances, and the thing is, he gonna give you 1, but he gonna give us 2. So you just chill. Yeah, he gonna give him 1.
And the good thing is that what I've come to really kind of be more relaxed with this team this year is that even when he gives you 1, like you said, the defense erases that shit. You know, even the one he threw against, I think they did something against the Jets, and I was they didn't take the points early in that game. They didn't take the field goal.
We took a pick six.
And then it was a pick 6 like 2 plays later. You know, the defense really erases a lot of stuff. So in that sense, I do feel good about that much. But again, for me, it's just hold CJ down. CJ got to give him his piece, man. At one point, he was on track for 5,000 yards this year. That's a rookie. You know, that's insane. It's at the single game record as a rookie this year for yards in the game.
Can I say some shit?
I watched the game be on his shoulders with the game on the line, and I see him go make plays this year to win some games. You know, so
hey, you know what I gotta say?
You put the glasses back on.
Do you really want to know what I gotta say? Man, fuck CJ Stroud. I saw Baker Mayfield throw for 28 touchdowns as a rookie. Where the fuck is Baker right now? You got to show me something. CJ, you got to show me. Show me better. You can. If you show me, I'll shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. If you show me, I will shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. I shout out to the dude G. Bush. I fuck with G. Bush from one of the sports personalities in town, and I fucking love the rant he went on this week. If you telling me these niggas in the locker room shook by this baby face ass nigga with these plaits in his head, then we got more questions than answers in Cleveland.
And I don't think they are. I don't think they are at all.
If
I'm just trying to give the proper respect to his talent, but he got to go prove it.
Talent is cool.
You got to go.
They better give Myles Garrett the proper respect for his motherfucking talent too. It's gonna be a long day.
I think they will.
Because the sunshine and rainbows we shooting up CJ ass is kind of crazy in America right now. Because the Darius Smith will come yank them damn flowers right the fuck up out of there. I do not. As much as I love C.J. Stroud, I watch damn near every throw at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. No, you know I've seen basically every throw at Ohio State.
And while he was a motherfucker at Ohio State, he's a motherfucker in the NFL. There are nobody's perfect, and there are without a shadow of a doubt flaws in C.J. Stroud's game. There's flaws in Myles Garrett's game. There's flaws in JOK's game. There's flaws in Denzel Ward's game. Mm-hmm. And he better be on his fucking P's and Q's to expose them, because I believe these niggas is going to be on their P's and Q's, and they are going to look to rattle this fucking rookie quarterback, man. Yeah. And I am not – listen, I'm not scared. There's not a team on this screen. Let me click to this screen. Let me say something. I'm being honest with you. There's not a team on this screen that I'm scared of. Not one. Not one single team. We beat the Ravens with the massage guy and Jerome Ford. His shoulder was broke. After the game, he had to get surgery on his shoulder was broken, and we beat him.
Yeah.
We beat the Niners with P.J. Walker. I am scared of zero people on this except for the Rams. Everybody else, man, kick rocks, man. The reason I'm scared of the Rams is because I believe that their head coach will scheme the shit out of you, and he did that to us, and he destroyed our life. Puka Nacua played a game that he never played all year against us. This nigga was running in rounds and jet sweeps and fucking us up. But my bad, I done got off course. In the AFC, there's not a single team that we go up against that I'm terrified to go up against. I'm not, man. And so,
I mean, even in that Rams game, though, it wasn't like
that was Joe's first game,
and it was still there for us at the end there.
Yeah,
you know.
So
obviously we both picking the Browns.
Both picking the Browns.
I wish I would come up in this motherfucker and
pick
Texas. Houston. Shout out to the homie D Murphy who was in the feed. I know he's down there in Houston. I don't even know if he's a real Texas fan or not or anything like that.
What are you looking at score wise? What you thinking?
It's hard for me to put numbers on it. I think CJ might give us one that we take to the house. Might. I don't know, but I think the Browns can win by 10 points. Honestly,
I'm thinking 27-16.
I think they can win by 10 points. I mean, I think if the D is out there early doing a thing,
I think they will, man.
And I mean, honestly, and you put it on CJ that he has to start. If you got to make it that it's one-sided and they got to start throwing the ball or whatever, and you just can pin your ears back, and it's
a long day.
Yeah, I think so. But I think the Browns can win by 10. It does make me a touch nervous, with the kicking situation.
Yeah.
But I mean,
the score was 36-7. I mean, I know they didn't have CJ.
And they didn't have one of their other. They didn't have their two top pass rushers. I think
none of them practiced all week.
But Will Anderson's playing, and I think I put a note in there.
I don't know. He still hasn't practiced. Green, what is his name? Green. He practiced. He practiced. But
Grenard.
But Will Anderson still hasn't played in practice.
Yeah.
Jerry Hughes hasn't practiced. The backup end. Neither one of the tackles. Sheldon Rankins hasn't. Nobody on the line except for Grenard.
The left tackle. I think he practiced.
He practiced, but they're gonna move Miles around. I am. We'll see, man. I'm just not. I'm not convinced. I'm not. I mean, so I don't know why I'm not nervous. I'm usually terribly nervous for stuff like this.
Yeah, maybe it's just the Cleveland in me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Murph said he rooting for the home team by default. I mean, I respect it. Got
I
to
got
get down
you.
to Houston soon. Got to get.
I
Back
got
to
you,
Houston.
but
you know, no love for Houston this week.
not for this week.
No love. Fuck the turkey leg hut.
Yeah,
all of it this week. You know?
And I want Deshaun Watson on the sideline for this game too.
You know that's what the NFL. If they, the stories
This would have
this
been
year, the
storybook,
this,
man.
Oh my God! I mean, just think about it. If things play out where the lower seeds don't win, think about if Deshaun was here. You would have to go to Houston. He would have to go back to Houston to win that game. Then you're probably going to Baltimore in the division round. Now you got to go to Baltimore and play the team that stole your team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then who knows whatever AFC championship.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't been to AFC championship since '89.
Oh man.
So, if y'all can't tell the people that don't live in this city, if y'all can't tell, we hey man, this city it's crazy up here.
Yeah.
And I want to see a run of football now with the way life is now. Back in the day, it used to be you didn't have the social media nonstop cycles of news, and it was just you caught stuff here and there. But I tell people all the time, I used to go downtown and you would just see stuff in every single window downtown, and Brown stuff and everything, and all the stupid songs and all that would happen or whatever. I want to see this town really get excited. I mean, you get a win this weekend, and you probably heading into Baltimore next week. I mean,
if everything holds true.
Yeah, if everything holds true right now, it's man, this town gonna be going crazy.
Could you imagine if the lower seeds win?
And then we wind up, if the lower seeds win,
And we hosting the Dolphins next weekend.
yeah, you'll be hosting a game next week.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and I'm glad we got the first game too, because it allows you to sit back and then just kind of watch stuff and see how things play out. So I'm glad we got it. So we'll see how it goes. Let me ask you something, because I heard this on the radio this week. What's your earliest Browns memory? And even for people in the feed too, if they for the Browns.
My
fans.
earliest Browns memory is I went to a Browns-Jets game. My father had me dressed in the entire Browns outfit. We left early, but I think it's a game that they came back and won. Crazy.
But how old was you?
Oh man, I had to be 5, 6. I had a whole Browns uniform on.
Yeah.
I remember going to a Browns game. I remember Eric Zier's rookie year. That's when I really was I knew what was going on. I had to be 11 or 12, maybe 10. But they played the Lions in the preseason game at the old stadium, and Lomas Brown threw me his gloves from the Lions. Yeah, it's been a lot, man. I remember driving the fumble and stuff.
Like I said, I always remember those things, but it's faint because we were
it was faint.
younger.
I remember being at the game.
It's very, very faint. I think my first real one, I'm just all right. You know what I mean? Well, it's stuff like Jerry Ice Cube McNeil, in the late 80s. I remember stuff like that, little
seeing them,
stuff like that, little stuff like that.
I remember getting put on punishment, and my parents used to take my TV, and I used to listen to the Browns games and sports talk radio, and my parents was like, "We can't punish this dude."
Yeah, I mean, I remember the game in Houston. I think clinch a playoff spot, so maybe it was about 88. And I mean, and they were down late, and that's the year that Kevin Mack played only a couple games that year, and they on the winning drive they basically turned around and gave the ball to Kevin Mack every fucking play. And they drove down and scored late because it was a Saturday night game, and my mom let us stay up late to watch the game and stuff. So that might be one in the running for one of my earliest for real Browns memories.
Vontae said he remembers singing "Burnay, Burnay."
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Announcements. The Super Bowl.
I mean, even in elementary school. They used to, when the playoffs would come. I remember, I remember when playing Denver one year, and even the principal being like, "Go Browns." First, she said, "Go Denver," and then they must have told her, "Oh no, you," because obviously she was just saying it, and they must have corrected her right away. And she hopped right back. I was like, "Oh, I meant go Browns." It's like, shut up, you already been jinxed us now, God damn it.
And then we lost.
And
Who was
then
that
they
lady?
lost. Yeah.
Who was that fucking monster of a lady?
I think her name. What was our principal? Was it Miss Posey at Mayfair?
God damn it, Miss Posey, you piece of shit. We could have been Super Bowl champions.
What if her grandson is tuned in right now, or something like that?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that was shit. One of my favorite memories is what's a favorite memory? Because I know one of mine is the two punt return game by Eric Metcalf against Pittsburgh on that Sunday. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. That is definitely one of my and then my very first Browns game was at the old stadium. Yeah. They were playing Cincinnati, and they somehow injured like the first and second string quarterback for Cincinnati that day. And I think Metcalf had a punt return that day for a touchdown. And that was my first Browns game. Been hooked my whole life.
And then, I mean, obviously, man, the thing that really cemented it, which is crazy, is when they left and came back. That was I remember like it was yesterday. My mama took me down to the stadium. When they opened the stadium up the last time, you can get side from the field, and people was taking pieces of the stands and all different kind of shit. She took me and my homie Moni down there. We took the train down. We walked to the stadium. We took stuff off the field, put it in Ziploc bags. And I remember we thought they weren't coming back. I'll never forget when I found out the Browns coming back.
They left
I mean, one of my favorite memories is being down in my basement and watching the Hail Mary from Tim Couch to Kevin Johnson and sprinting up the stairs. Yeah, because I was watching the game in the basement and my parents was upstairs and we was going crazy. That was their first win when they came back. Yep. Yeah. Man, that was a hell of a. I'll never forget that, man. Mm-hmm. He caught that bitch on the sideline like this. Man.
Yeah. Justin said he wrote letters to the Browns at prospect. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. It's just people don't get it.
It's a tradition, man.
They don't get it. I've said it a million times on the show. It's a football town.
Yeah.
It's been great. It was great having Brian. It was great the playoff runs. It was great the finals runs. We ain't gonna never forget the championship. All that stuff. It's times 20 if this team could do it. And for the first time since the late '80s, you got a team that actually has a shot.
Yeah.
I mean they legitimately have a look. I mean I wouldn't be if the Browns were in the Super Bowl. Obviously, we would be happy as hell, but it wouldn't be like a shock. Like, man, this team came out of nowhere. They once was no, they got talent. That's a
lot
good
of
team.
Talent, man.
That's a good team. That's a damn good defense.
Damn good. It was many Sundays we would come in here for the pod, and we would, we didn't be happy for the win, all that kind of stuff. But we would sit down, we would say something, and I would just be like, "Hey, that's a hell of a football team." Like I would watch. That's the thing. I think that's why I'm not as nervous, because. Yeah, I mean, obviously anything can happen. I don't want to have to say that, keep having to say that. But, like, if they came out and just shit the bed, I would be shocked.
Yeah.
Defensively. Yeah. Like, they are extremely talented. Not just talented, they're talented and motivated and focused and smart and fast and strong. Like, everything you would want in a defense, they are. They have an all-time great on the defense, which those don't come along often. Like, you don't get a Miles or a Ray Lewis or Aaron Donald or a TJ Watt. Every team don't get one. And when you get a Miles,
that's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
A first ballot joint, and then you might have another one at corner, and then you got a budding fucking megastar at linebacker. You don't get that often, man. Like, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen by accident. And when it happens, it doesn't go away. When that happens, you end up with Watt and Hayward, and you know what I'm saying? You end up with Palomalu and and Harrison and Hampton. You end up with people for a long time. You end up with Suggs and Ray. You know what I mean? Yeah. It doesn't. Man, it's not. This didn't happen by mistake. And when it does happen, and they just happen to wear your colors, don't get nervous. Don't get scared. If you got the Legion of Boom, you got the Legion of Boom. Yeah. So embrace the Legion of Boom. Like, if we have three of the best, we have the three of the four best cover corners. I wish I had that stat I need to pull up. As far as percentage win rate at corner, it's Martin Emerson, Jalen Johnson from the Bears. The tied at 3 is Greg Newsome and Denzel Ward. Those are the top 4 win percentage at corners in man-to-man coverage in the entire NFL, and 3 of them are our starting 3 corners.
Yeah.
Like, that's on our team. Don't get nervous. Don't let fear drive this playoff run.
Yeah, you can't.
Don't let it happen, man.
You can't fan scared. And
put your nuts in the middle with a table, and let's play ball.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, man, I agree with that. Just go play ball, and got to enjoy the ride too, because they don't come along often.
They don't, man.
I put it in my notes I was taking too. I'll be 43 next month. This is only the 10th time the Browns have made the playoffs. So it don't happen often.
Don't happen often, man.
And most of those were in that great run in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't happen often. So no matter what, man, we got to enjoy this game on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in my element in the man cave in the basement. I'll be in my element.
Yeah, we'll be back on Thursday next week for part 2 of this, because we'll be previewing the second round of the playoffs, man. I got faith in this team. And, maybe next week we could talk a little bit more about some other stuff, because in football, more than any other sport, I don't think you can go year to year blindly unless you have certain things in place. And I believe the Browns have certain things in place. There are we can talk about it more next week. But more than likely it's the quarterback. But also, as much as I hate these motherfuckers, when you roll out TJ Watt and his henchmen every single year, the Steelers, no matter what, have a shot.
You got a shot.
Because on any given play during this game, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Hayward can change the complexion of the game in one snap. One snap. That's it. One snap, the whole game changes. And until Myles Garrett and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and Denzel Ward and all them no longer play for the Browns, they will have a shot every single Sunday. Every Sunday. And that's what I'm excited about. That's what I'm excited to watch for the next couple years. It's not going to last forever.
Of course not.
Not going to last forever. But I'm just excited for this run, man. This playoff run and whatever's in the future. So.
All right, well, everybody, for the people that's been tuned in, it's been dope doing this sports show, man.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
I always say it was always funny because even way before you got on the show, joined us up here. It's like you and Ed used to be doing. Shout out to Ed Settles.
Shout out to Ed, man.
But I know y'all used to do the shows on Sundays after all the Browns
two-man
games, game, which was always as I told you, I used to tune in all the time and everything, man. So it's dope doing this. And something that we might be able to incorporate even as we start getting further into basketball season and stuff like that, just because it's because we do it anyway. It's like listening to Cam when he was on what's the show with Matt Barnes and Steve Jackson.
Up in Smoke. Yeah.
Up in Smoke, and it's asking him how he got into it. He's like, yo, this is what we do anyway. He's like, I'm on the phone with one of my niggas, one of my homies, and we talking sports for an hour and a half anyway. So he's like, so it's like, might as well. And so it's that's the thing we do with this podcast stuff anyways. We talking about the shit we know. I mean, again, shout out to Murph that's in there, with the Why Not Sports and stuff like that. It's just it's you just talking about the shit that you do anyway. So why not do it and have fun? And for us right now with the playoffs being here, no better time to sit here and have these conversations. Man. So
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, so Saturday, obviously 4:30 is the Browns kickoffs. Do you do anything special for the game, food or anything? Oh, you said you can't eat before, really. A lot of times.
Chilling. Yeah,
I'm trying. I think I might do.
I got a game at noon, so
okay.
I got a coach at noon. The game should be over about 1. By the time I kind of settle down, it'll be game time.
Yeah,
so.
I'll probably just do some wings or something. I ain't gonna go too insane or anything like that. But we'll be back on Sunday for the show.
We gotta figure out a time. Sunday is Mrs. birthday, man.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah, we'll figure. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll text about it, man. So again, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Pod on Sunday. We'll let y'all know when the show is. Obviously, it's going to be based on like your schedule. So, but you'll always get the notifications online. We share everything and everything like that.
Sir.
So, we'll be talking to y'all Sunday and next week, man. Peace, y'all.
Peace.